Lawrence, obviously waited a long time to kind of sit there with the Rangers shirt. What's it been like the first couple of days, just that experience of being a Rangers player for yourself?
That's been great. Obviously, first day back into the training ground, and then the next day travelling over here. It's good. I feel the pre-season camps are always important. It's good for the squad to kind of get together and gel a bit. A lot of new faces and stuff. So it's good to get to know people. And importantly, we'll get our work done on the pitch as well.
Have you managed to catch your breath over the last month and a half, or are you still kind of come to terms with everything that's happened?
Not really, no. To be honest, it's been pretty hectic schedule. Obviously, signing then straight to World Cup, and there's been a lot going on. But listen, I'm enjoying it. There's much worse places I could be in my career, so I'm happy.
Obviously, this time last year when you jetted out to the Hearts pre-season, your contract then has been a topic of conversation now, how this deal materialised. Could you have foreseen this happening? Was that ever at the back of your mind this time last year, or was it just that was the deal then and this opportunity to move to Rangers materialised this summer?
I was obviously delighted to get signed up last season as well. Every deal you sign in your career is really important to you, and of course the aim for every player, I think, is you've got ambition, you want to push yourself on, and of course Rangers is somewhere I've always wanted to be, and I knew I'd have to go and have a good season again and try and impress to try and get here. So listen, it's every player's ambition. You always want to go bigger and better. I feel that's normal for everybody's mentality, but listen, this is a place that my aim was always to be, and I'm just delighted to be here now.
Can you give us just a bit of clarity, because it was always sort of spoken about last year that it was a 3-year deal, and I think a lot of even Hearts fans were surprised to see that you were able to walk away at that point. I mean, can you just explain what your understanding of that clause was and how it allowed you to walk away this summer?
I can't go into the clause too deeply because it's between myself and Hearts at the time. So I'm not going to abbreviate that too much if I'm honest, but there was a clause in my contract that it wasn't just Rangers as a club, but if a potential move for me came, then it'd be something that both myself and the club could work towards to make happen. So once I let them know that I wanted to come here, then it was pretty smooth sailing for there, and it was all pretty clear really.
In terms of, you're here to succeed, that's, I mean, we just been speaking to Derek there, and he said that every player that comes here has to have that drive. I mean, what is your hunger levels like, especially I suppose after last season, the way it ended? What are your hungers like in terms of wanting to go for trophies this year?
No, massive. You know, when you sign up for this football club, you know what the expectations are. Of course, myself as a player, the manager, we've all got ambition to go and win stuff in our career as well. Fortunately for me, I've only managed to kind of win lower league stuff to this point, but I feel coming here gives me a really great opportunity to go and get my hands on some trophies, and that's what we'll set out to do.
When you look at the guys coming in and the guys that are still to come in, does that give you even more confidence that this can be the year that this Rangers team goes on and gets its hands on silverware?
You want to sign quality. We've got quality players in the building, and you want to always add to that. When you're at big football clubs, you need squads full of quality players, and that's what we'll look to build here. And of course, when we go into the season, we want to win games first and foremost, and then we know where that can take you.
Are you over yet the pain in the way the last season ended? Is that something that you can get over, or is it something that
it feels like years ago, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Obviously, you need to park it pretty quickly to go to a World Cup, and then coming here, kind of a fresh start as well. So obviously, it was disappointing at the time, but I'm definitely over it now.
Lawrence, what have you made of Yusuf Tremiti and Ryan Nadiri, Bojan Miovski? Obviously quite a strong striking contingent, but maybe in particular Nadiri and Tremiti being younger. What have you made of training with them so far, even if it's been quite brief?
It's been pretty brief. Only the second day of the day, and the more you train with players, you get to know their habits, what they like on the pitch. So that will take a bit of time. But as you say, we've got 4 really good striking options there. All goal scorers throughout their career have shown that, and it's important. If we're going to win games, you need that, and you're going to need goals for the starters, for the bench, and as I say, we've got that bit of quality there to go and get that. In terms of Tremiti and Ryan, they're a bit younger, and they're kind of younger ones in the group. So, but they're experienced players. They've played at a good level, and they know the game. They've obviously had the experience of being here prior to this season starting. So it'll be another step towards in their career towards success, hopefully, being here.
You obviously had such a brilliant season last season after maybe a slightly more difficult one before, maybe playing in a slightly different position. How did Derek McInnes get the best out of you, and obviously you'd hope maybe a similar system, similar setup around you here can do the same in terms of your goals and overall contribution to the team?
I think the manager he knows me as a player first and foremost. He's known me for a long time, so he kind of knows what I thrive on as a player. my role probably last year was a bit different to what he'd maybe seen me when I was younger, because I did have that kind of freedom to come off and play as well. So obviously throughout your career you grow, your game grows, and you can add things to it. So that was maybe a side that he's seen a bit different to me. But coming here, the good thing is he knows what to expect from me. I know what to expect from myself. So we're on the same page at that point. So hopefully we can go and do well.
You've obviously got Cammy Difflin now as well, who's joined up. What can Rangers supporters expect from him, and how delighted are you to have him joining you at Ibrox as well?
No, I'm buzzing for him. Obviously it's a difficult summer when you're in that situation, and I've been chatting to him a lot, obviously. Previously been there a year ago, and a lot of decisions to make, and it is difficult. So I did feel for him at times, but listen, he's buzzing to be here as well. He's been talking to me about it since he signed, so he's delighted. But he'll bring energy. I think he probably doesn't get enough credit for how good a player he actually is. I think until probably his injury last year, he was probably one of the best midfielders in the league, to be honest. He was playing really at the top of his game, so he'll look to refine that form as quick as possible when he gets back into training. But we're close. Obviously we actually got injured at the same time last season as well, so we spent a lot of time with each other kind of on and off the pitch in the gym. So I'm delighted to have him here. Looking forward to seeing him.
Derek also said he's the type of player that makes others better, and said last season the attack at Hearts got so much praise, but a lot of it maybe came down to the work that Cammy did. Is that fair description on that you'll make players better around him as well?
He can, especially as attacking players. He retrieves the ball that much. He just gets it back for you, and the team can progress from there. But I think last season when he was in form, he added to his game, and if he had started playing with Hearts to now, Cammy's a much better player than he was at the start. So he's coming here in a good point in his career. He's in a good position, and he'll be buzzing for it.
Obviously you're first name in the team sheet at Hearts, you're captain. Does it feel like you're coming here and you've got to start again? You've got it all to prove now to try and get yourself into this team here?
I don't actually feel too much pressure in that terms. Obviously when you go everywhere and you get a fresh start, you need to kind of try and make yourself first name in the team sheet, and that's what I'm going to try and do here as well. Nothing changes with that approach for me personally. That's where I want to be, I want to play. And you do what you can to make sure you stay in the manager's head. So that'll be the case for everybody. That's the kind of mentality we're going to need to grow amongst the squad as everybody wants to play, and you need to put your best foot forward. So that's what we've got to do.
When you signed, obviously the club did a nice thing with showing all the picture of you as a wee boy, your Rangers kit. So I'm just wondering, you're looking ahead to that Serenity game next week, and you know that first time to run at Ibrox as a Rangers player. I mean, have you allowed yourself to start thinking about that? I mean, it's only a friendly, so it's not getting anything else on it. But just how special a moment that'll be for you, your family, your parents.
I've probably more been thinking about the competitive matches starting. People have kind of asked me how does it feel, like blah blah blah, but I think that it'll really sink in when you're going out there for your first competitive game. Running out of the full stadium, it's stuff you obviously dreamed as a kid, so I'm buzzing for it. But there's a lot of hard work to do before then, the next couple of weeks, and obviously an away game at Tynecastle first to look forward to as well.
Does it feel like this is something you've earned? I mean, it's been spoken about for so long, and you've had to go. You've taken the long road to get to Ibrox basically, but you've earned this move, and it's, you know, that's what makes it extra special. The fact you've had to go the long extra years to get here.
I know I've certainly worked hard for it. I know that for myself. Obviously, people can see for the outside the match day stuff and the goals you go and score, and they see all the stuff that goes on there in the public eye. But when you go behind that for years of graft, low levels, people kind of writing you off at high levels as well, you kind of need to fight against that, and it's always been something I've kind of been resilient against. Always wanted to prove myself, and obviously when I got to move to Hearts initially, people thought, oh, that's a big move for him. I went there and did what I did, and then obviously I've got the opportunity here, so I'm buzzing for it, and hopefully when I leave here, people remember it for the same.
Last one, please, guys. I mean, I remember speaking to you when you were at Hearts, and you get fed up with basically us, you know, throwing these questions at Rangers at you. But how close did it ever come previously? Was it ever something that you ever allowed yourself to think, well, this might be on before it actually happened?
I think the last time it was proper close was probably when I was at United, to be honest. There'd obviously been rumours for every transfer window since then, but I think that was probably as close as it got, because I'd just kind of left Aberdeen to go there, and I was still pretty young. But listen, people probably even people in my family thought it was maybe a missed opportunity and maybe it would never happen, but I always had belief in myself to go and try and make it happen, and thankfully I'm here now.
Just because of that, because it's, you know, it's taken so long to get here, there's an extra drive in yourself just to make the most of this opportunity. It's taken so long to come now, you want to make sure that it's worth it.
I want to make the most of every opportunity I get in life and in football, and that'll be no different with my approach coming here. I'm just buzzing to be here, buzzing to get started, and really looking forward to it.